Tom Brady recently did a sit-down interview with Jim Gray, and he discussed, if does he feel appreciated in New England. And I just want to say, if they would have never lost the Super Bowl, well, first let me say this: it's all coming out because they lost the Super Bowl and Malcolm Jenkins did not play, and now the players are speaking out in New England because back in the day, you did not hear anything out of New England. Everything was tight-lipped. They really didn't even want to talk about injuries. I believe, and I know that they got fined a couple times because Bill Belichick did not want to disclose injuries. And we know the only reason why injury report in football comes out is because of the gambling, the heavily gambling that's going on in football. That's why you got to have an injury report. So they wouldn't even. He got fined for not even disclosing injuries. And now, since after they lost the Super Bowl, which I believe if he would have set Butler like that and then they would have won the Super Bowl, people would have been talking about it a little bit, but you wouldn't have had all these former players and current players coming out and speaking against the organization like this. So, like they said, winning cures all L's. You know what I'm saying? So when you're losing, when you're winning, it's things going on all the time, bad and good, negative and positive. It's just when you're losing, the negatives outweigh the positives, and you hear a lot about the negatives. And this is how Tom Brady probably been feeling since Bill Belichick tried to get him up out of there, because Bill Belichick is known for getting rid of players a year or two early. So he did it with Richard Seymour, he did it with Willie McGinnis, he did it with Ty Law, he did it with a lot of players. He got Randy Moss up out of there. So Brady had never felt anything like that. Brady was like the untouchable man, but now he's touchable because he's 40 years old. Bill Belichick had raised Jimmy Garoppolo in the offense. He thought, there'll be a natural fit for him to take over. He wanted him to take over, I believe, this year or next year at the earliest. But, the owner, Robert Kraft, stepped in and said, no, you got to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. He traded him to the 49ers, to his friends Mike Shanahan's son team, coach team. And, ever since then, Tom Brady has been feeling a certain way about Belichick.
That guy, that's a forgotten rookie because so many rookies were good this year. I think he got the jumping ability of himself and his dad all in one. Yeah.
New topic now. It should come as no surprise that the guy who loves football more than anything wants to keep playing football more than anything. Tom Brady, the soon-to-be 41-year-old MVP, confirmed he will be back next season. We all assume that. What we didn't know is the way he apparently feels about how...
Well, of course he was going to come back. I knew he was going to come back and play. He said earlier, even last year, he said he wanted to play till he's 45. So, Tom Brady is a football junkie. You've seen in his time versus time that he dedicates his life to football. So it's going to be hard for him to walk away. You're going to have to tear the jersey off of him, or he's going to have a habilitating injury that he can't play no more, because he wants to play football for as long as he can.
Much he's appreciated there. In a conversation with Jim Gray, Brady alluded to issues with the organization.
Do you feel appreciated by them, and do they have the appropriate gratitude for what you have achieved?
I plead the fifth.
Now he's laughing when he said that, but I don't know how long he's felt like that. He's probably felt like that for a little while, but it probably got confirmed when Bill Belichick tried to, get rid of him or get him to retire, or possibly try to trade him, because he had his replacement in Jimmy Garoppolo in the background. So that probably confirmed it for Tom Brady, but he probably felt like that because Bill Belichick, they say he treat everybody the same, treat Tom Brady like all the other guys. So Tom Brady probably, he probably wants some latitude. He probably wants some veteran treatment. He probably wants some veteran. He's been one of the guys that carried the three most important guys of that organization is Robert Kraft, the owner, the coach, Bill Belichick, and the quarterback, Tom Brady. Those are the three mainstays. Everybody else, was replaceable. But now Bill Belichick has stated with his actions over the last couple of years that Tom Brady is replaceable.
Look, man, that is a tough question. Yeah, I mean,
Your wife seems to indicate.
I think everybody in general wants to be appreciated more at work.
Are you happy?
I have my moments.
I can understand right there because Bill Belichick is a demanding. They say he's a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? He comes from a military background, so he's hard driven. So it probably is a lot of hard days. But their reward for the Patriots is always success. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the year, some years they'll win the Super Bowl. So you know you can kind of validate it in your mind that I went through all that stuff. But look, we're winning Super Bowls. But when you don't win, like I said, when you don't win, everything comes out. All frustrations, all L's, all negatives come out.
Well, interesting. It was sort of a joke, but it sort of wasn't. And sometimes there's always some truth to something like that. Cece, what was your reaction to?
That's very true. It's always sometimes it's truth to a joke, a tongue-in-cheek joke.
Tom Brady's comments.
For one, Tom knew the question was coming. The reason why the gentleman is doing the interview is one of Tom's friends. He interviews him every Monday night for Monday Night Football. Has done it for years. It's a great interview. It's one of the few that Tom does outside.
Yeah, Jim Gray is everywhere, man. Jim Gray been around since I was little. I mainly known Jim Gray from boxing, but he covers everything. Jim Gray is all over the place.
The setting of New England and the beat reporters, so it's not like the question surprised him. What I took the fifth as, because I've seen Tom when they won the last Super Bowl, and at the ring ceremony, Tom brought his other 4 Super Bowl rings, and that was one of the few times that you saw Tom take a picture and he had all 5, and he put up 5. And to me, I took the answer as, are you appreciated by New England? He said, I take the 5th. Same number of Super Bowls he had. I didn't believe that he answered the same.
But like I said, you know, Tom Brady is speaking out. He's voicing his frustration of trying to get forced out and trying to, you know, Bill Belichick trying to go behind his back and, well, not really behind his back, but trying to, you know, get Jimmy Garoppolo as being his replacement earlier than he wanted to be. Because like Tom Brady said, he's going to try to play till he's 45. Can he play till he's 45? He probably can, because, you know, you can't really hit the quarterback like you used to. You can't really, you know, put out a bounty on the quarterback and like hit the quarterback so crazy like you used to and try to maim the quarterback. So yes, he probably could play till he's 45. As long as they have an offensive line around him, they can keep him upright. He don't sustain no major injuries. Yeah, he could. But let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm out.